Okay. Moving on. Um, I will go to Mr. Drayton. How's the family, Mr. Drayton? Mr. Drayton, my friend, good friend, big lover of my vids, and one of my YouTube family. And Mr. Drayton asks me one question that I will definitely get to, and basically Mr. Drayton says to me, he says, what is the one thing about action TV shows in the 70s and the 80s that was appealing to viewers? I'll tell you, the main characters always had tight, badass cars, basically. The Dukes of Hazzard had the General Lee. Crockett from Miami Vice had the Ferrari. Magnum, P.I., also had a Ferrari. Starsky and Hutch had the Gran Torino. Bruce Willis from Moonlighting, yeah, he had the 1985 6 Series BMW. Stingray had surprise, the Stingray. Who had the tightest ride on TV? Basically. Well, the thing about it is, since I am a child of the 80s, but I did watch a lot of classic 70s shows as well. My dad is a big Starsky and Hutch fan. Would watch that all the time with him. I think the movie sucked, but the show was pretty good. Dukes of Hazzard, used to watch that. No question about it. General Lee was cool, good for jumping. Of course, Miami Vice. I'm a huge Miami Vice fan. Still watch it till this day. And Crockett. The only thing about my problem with it, my father's problem with it is he was always offensive about Crockett because the guy has a yacht, and he was like, how the hell is this guy able to pay for all that on a cop's pension? Like, and I used to always, but that is TV, let it go. But he always would go back to it. But Crockett had a badass, and of course Magnum had that nice Ferrari, and Zip, my friend Zip, brought up, he's like, what is one of my favorite cars? And Ferrari and Lamborghini are still two of my top favorite cars till this day. The moment I saw them back in 1988, and I was only about 6 years old, I fell in love with those cars. I love them. Yeah, they're not American made, but I fell in love with those cars. Of course, Bruce Willis, he had the BMW. But let's think about it. Tight cars, better. You can't, even though it was a van, but the A-Team had that badass van, man. I can't deny that. The van was tight, and it's going to be in the movie, and I'm looking forward to seeing that movie, too. Let's see. But, however, I think you're forgetting one thing, Mr. Drayton. There was one car from the 80s that kind of beat out every other car, which actually sold the show. The Night Industries 2000 kit. That car sold Knight Rider. If it wasn't for that car, Knight Rider wouldn't be a cult favorite that it is today. Kit is by far talking. He was intelligent. He was sarcastic. He could hit turbos. Turbo boost, jumping. He had all the gadgets. Microwave. He can do this. He could do that. Kit was badass compared to everybody else. It was like, your cars are good, but Kit blows you out of the water. Even though it was just a regular Trans Am, it's still, in my eyes, Kit The Knight Industries 2000, the car Michael Knight drove. I watched Knight Rider for a kid back in the 80s. Loved it. Loved the show. I always was like, I wish Knight Rider Michael Knight would have met the A-Team, and they worked together. I always said that. I even enjoyed the remake they did with Michael Knight's son, that came on NBC around last year, I believe, or so. I enjoyed what they did with that. You know, it was great. But yeah, Kid is definitely by far had the tightest car in the 80s. That's just me, guys. But thanks for the question, Mr. Drayton. Tell your family I said hello. And hope everything is well with you and the fam. Next question I will take is from Zipblock. Victor, hope you did well on your finals, bro. I know how that can be. The finals could be a killer. Let's get to some of these questions. Victor asks me. Now I got a nickname from V-Block. V-Block. Okay. He asks me, well, the Jonah Hex movie trailer teaser is out. What do you think of it? Well, Victor, Mr. Drayton sent me the trailer. I like where they're kind of going with it, you know what I'm saying? You know, trying to mix, you know, darkness and things like that. The thing about it is, Jonah Hex's origin has been retconned, and, you know, a lot, you know, from him being raised by Native Americans, being one of the, you know, being inducted into as an honorary member of the tribe. I forgot the tribe that he was inducted in, to how he got the scar in his face. You know, his face is all. Josh Brolin looks great as him. You know, I'm gonna see it, definitely. Once again, you know, I'm not there to see Megan Fox. You know, she's eye candy, and you know, but I gotta admit that the skits that they showed with him and her in it was kind of funny, so I had to laugh at that. But I am gonna see it, you know, to see how they pull it off, you know. Besides, you know, Bruce and Clark, you know, this is another DC film that doesn't star any of them, so you gotta pay a little respect to them, to this character as well, and to this movie. However, having said that, I still think it's a 50-50 chance it'll be a success, and it'll be borderline flop. But Josh Brolin is a great actor, can't deny that, and with his star quality and the great John Malkovich, it might definitely be something. So I can't just say it's gonna be a flop. I can't just say flop. I'm neutral, as I always am. Okay. Okay, next one is, you say, have you seen Hajime no Ippo New Challenge anime? That's the anime after the original one, with Ippo now being the champ, boxing champ, and he challenges, you know, he's defending his title. Haven't really sat down and watched too many episodes, but I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna watch it because I like Ippo. I've read the manga, loved it. A boxing comic, I like that, you know. And Ippo is basically a mixture. One thing you gotta respect about, no matter what, the Japanese, is that they are so inspired by the American heroes, and you cannot deny any of them. You know, cannot deny that they're not. Ippo is a prime example of any hero that was growing up, picked on, that got bullied, and when he got powers or so, he let himself go. He could be himself, you know, or herself. You know, Ippo was bullied until he picked up boxing, and knowing that this kid can pack a punch like he can, he went on to be great. But I've seen episodes, I love it, and I'm going to continue to watch it. I haven't watched all the episodes yet, but I love it. And that was stupid enough to you to ask me that, Vic. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. No, it was cool. Thanks for asking me, Vic. Your next question. I'm sorry. The next question Victor asks me is, do you think Power Rangers could be made in this day and age, since we are going through a superhero movie boom age? If you mean... Hold on, I'll be right back.